Hello everyone, no Chocolate Bird here for another video review. This time we have the Cadbury's Bournville Orange. So Bournville is Cadbury's dark chocolate. I think there's dark chocolate somewhere there. So it's underappreciated, I think you'd say these days. It used to be a bit more prominent. Used to get it in the Cadbury's Roses chocolate selection when I was younger, but you haven't done for a while now. And I wish you would do, because there's no other dark chocolates in Cadbury's Roses. And I realise dark chocolate is not as popular as milk chocolate, especially Cadbury's Dairy Milk. But it's still nice to have the option, isn't it? Especially when you've got like those eclair ones in there, which are terrible. But anyway, this is a bar you can buy in the shops. I got this one actually through an Easter egg, but you can buy it separately in the shops. So interesting one. Same size as well. Now, for once, actually, I mean, maybe it's the people who buy Cadbury's Bournville, but for once, you can actually read what that says. Normally, it's in such small writing, that Queen's symbol thing. But in this case, you pretty much can read it. It says, by appointment to HM, Her Majesty the Queen, Cocoa and Chocolates, manufactured Cadbury UK Limited, Bournville. So there we go. We can actually read it. So maybe Bournville's perhaps more of a traditional bar, maybe. I won't say the demographics of an older age, although I imagine it probably is, who eat it. But clearly the Queen is right. I don't know. I don't know, yeah. But anyway. But here we go. This one is their dark. This is a chocolate orange version. So that's quite nice, isn't it? I think orange and dark chocolate go well. It's a good combination. Well, I've got Cocoa Life. It does ruin the packaging a bit there, that Cocoa Life thing. It's the sort of fair trade thing that's going on. I don't know if it's Cadbury's fair trade version or something or whatever, but it's something on those lines anyway. We've even got the symbol again. And it's still almost readable, I think there. So it's, they've put it in a couple of times. So it says, with over 100 years of chocolate making experience, Bournville brings you generous chunks of smooth dark chocolate with that distinctly chocolatey Bournville taste that you have always known and loved. It's chocolate, it's good. It's just really good chocolate. Really good. It's not super, it's not amazing, it's really good. Yeah. It's chocolate, it's good. There we go. Remember, I was in Holland and, super noodles. There's like a thing here, instant noodles, where you got these dried noodles and you put hot water on them. And in the UK, they're called super noodles. But I was in Holland, living there for a while, and basically they're called good noodles in Holland. Good noodles, which I find quite amusing. You can obviously it's a translation thing, but I think in Dutch they do say good, but maybe it means super. I don't know, but it was just quite amusing. So there we go. Yeah, so there we are. So it's chocolate, it's good, it's just really good chocolate. Something there. I'm sure that says actually. I did have a mini talk somewhere, but it's this video, it is. Yeah, store in a dry place, protect from heat. So it doesn't say cool dry place anymore. I've said that a few times on my videos. I don't know why you say cool dry place. It says protect from heat nowadays. So I guess the definition of cool was a bit ambiguous. So there we go. So what else have we got on here? It's got the Peel Me Easy Reclose Pack. So it's not. I never mentioned a flow wrapper for a while, but they've got that, of course, going on. What's the official description? Anything? Can't find it. Usually it's like a sort of very chocolate with orange flavoured pieces. There we go. It says it's made with, no, it doesn't say that, no, after that's Terry's Chocolate Orange I was going to think of. So that's obviously their sort of main rival, I think, the dark chocolate orange from Terry's. So the bar itself is 100 grams. Got per 100 grams, so it's 503 calories, 25 grams of fat, 15 of which is saturates, that's for the whole bar, so not too bad. For 12.5 grams, so what's that? That's an eighth, isn't it? So that's 1/8 of the bar, half of a quarter. 63 calories, 3.1 grams of fat, 1.8 of which are saturates. So that's an eighth of the bar. So it's a segmented bar, so it's probably 3 of the segments that. I think 6 is a quarter. I think 12 is half. Yeah, if I'm feeling it. So okay, so there we go. So there you are. 63 calories for one of the would you say file? I guess rank and file. I think column. There we go. There's a bit of flourishes on here, so let's give them a measure. It's just about 18.8 centimetres. So 18.8. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? It's a relatively hot day today here, but I can tell this is not going to melt. It's very dark chocolate, so yeah, there we go. What's the cocoa size? Does it say? Can be quite difficult to find. Does contain palm oil, 4%. I can't find the. Alright, chocolate cocoa solids, 36% minimum. There we go. Okay, I think we should give it an open. Looks quite nice. I like the colour differences, the orange and the red. Looks good. We can finally read the Queen's thing. Wherever that is, where's it gone? There. Can finally read it. Okay, let's give it an open. 18.8, we've got to remember, haven't we? 18.8, that was something like that anyway. That was the width. Yeah, let's give it an open. Let's do it. Right, let's give it an open. It's got the peel me thing, so we'll do that. There we go. It's slightly, almost broken. It is melting a bit actually. So, it smells very nice. Got a lovely dark chocolate and a bit of an orangey smell coming from it. So 18.8 it was for the flourishes. And we're now at 15.8. So we lost 3 centimetres there. So that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? 3 centimetres, and the width 7.2. And the height, peaks and troughs, so peak 8.8 centimetres, the trough 0.6 I would say centimetres. Okay, so there's a bit of a crack on the back. You can quite see there's a crack there. But yeah, it's very 80s. Very 80s. Look at that. You see that bar there? I'm going to make out the, yeah. It's like sort of like the dashboard or something of an 80s car, that Toyota Corolla or something. That's very nice. I like it. I like that. I quite like that. No disguising what it is. It's clearly, the demographic is clearly, I think, someone in probably, I don't know, probably 40 plus, let's say. But I mean, I enjoy them. I'm not 40 yet. Close enough. But yeah, so, yes, there we go. So it's nice. No tie tracks on the back. Bit of a crack on the back there. Say from something. No tie tracks there, but quite nice. Let's say, so what did we expect it to be? 6 was a quarter. Yeah, so 6, 12, 18, so it's 24 segments. So, yeah. 3 of the segments then. Yeah, which is an eighth. It's 63 calories, 3.1 saturated, grams of saturated fat, 1.8 of which is, 3.1 grams of fat, 1.8 of which is saturates. Yeah, so for a quarter of it, 6 segments, which is probably what you'd normally eat. And that's probably 126 calories, 6.2 grams of fat, 3.6 of which are saturates. So there we go. So that's what you'd normally eat. So, yeah. There we go. I don't know if that quite works out in regards to timesing it by 6 or 4 or whatever, whichever one we use to get to the 583 calories. It doesn't sound like it would. Because I'm sure if you times 3 by 6, it doesn't end in a 3. So, yeah. 6, 12, 18, 26, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Yeah, ends in a 6. So, not convinced that it adds up there, but there we go. So there's probably some leeway there. But there we are. It was quite nice. Let's give it a bit of a snap. Oh yeah, so it actually has full-on chocolate pieces, orange pieces. It did say that on the description, and I kind of dismissed it really, thinking it was just talking nonsense. But we can see there. Look at that. So that's a nice surprise, isn't it? It's a full-on orange piece bar. So as I say, yeah, I did say that in the thing. Let's see where it was. Chocolate with orange flavoured pieces. Yeah, so there we go. So that's really, that's nice, isn't it? It's not just orange flavoured chocolates like I first assumed. So that's very special. Yeah. I don't know if it goes all the way to the top of the bar, but they're quite numerous. You can see clearly there. Plenty of orange flavoured pieces there. I don't think it's actually orange pieces, but yeah, I can see sort of ripped it out a bit there. Not too bad that, yeah. So there we go. So the chocolate is still dark chocolate. I did have a knife somewhere where I put it. I'll just go grab it. I think I've left it somewhere. Yeah, so I've got my trusty knife here. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut one of them in half just to see. That's quite, yeah, it's quite nice as well. I didn't cut didn't snap cleanly then because of the orange piece. It was nice and tangy, so not conclusive at all. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to see if the pieces went all the way into the top, but actually, yeah, they do a bit. I mean, if you look at that one there, you can see it's gone quite high up. I was just trying to see if it goes into this little nubbin at the top, but I think it's going to be quite hard to tell that. Because we're going to have to be lucky and find one that does that in it, and yeah, so I don't know. It's not, yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably fair enough if it doesn't, because they're not very deep at all, are they? Those little sort of nubbin bits at the top. You know, it's a strong base, I think you'd say. I can't see any evidence of them doing that, so I don't really think it's wise to cut through them all. But even if not, I think there's enough there. You can clearly see there's loads in there. They're in every single section, so I'm quite impressed with that. I think it looks really good. I'm quite excited. Yeah. We should give it a taste. Let's do it. Right, okay, let's give this Cadbury Bournville with orange a taste. Yeah, so basically it does actually show it on the front as well. If you look, it's a bit more subtle on the front with the orange pieces, but it's dark chocolate with orange flavoured pieces. So if you look at it there, you get lots of those in. Whereas you can't really tell that from the front. It's a bit more subtle. You know, the orange is a bit darker, so they've obviously tried to dumb it down a bit there, but it is there. Okay, right. Let's give it a go, shall we? Yeah. Quite excited about this, so let's do it. Two at once, why not? These pieces are not really easily detectable. You don't. If you had this blindfolded, you wouldn't know there's orange flavoured pieces in there. Just that there's perhaps an orange flavoured ting in it. They're not chewy, they're not crunchy, you know, they almost feel, you know, you can't tell they're there really. But it's nice though, it's a nice dark chocolate. That's definitely the prominent flavour. Still dark chocolate. The orange is just a subtle tone, I think you would say. Let's try eating one on its own if I can. There's definitely a tang to them. It's very subtle, even though there's lots of these orange bits in there. You know, like that. So they're very subtle with the dark chocolate. Because they're quite small as well. I just took one out, so I just took that one out there in the middle. And it's only kind of that big. I don't think you can even see that. Can you see that? Yeah, very small. Yeah, let's have a give it a taste. Yeah, there's not much flavour to that at all. There really isn't. There's an orange flavour to it, but it's very subtle. Maybe that's what you want. But it's very subtle. And that's probably what you want really, because it is quite... So you do want the dark chocolate to taste. You don't just want, you know, sort of chocolate, orange flavoured chocolate really. But I mean, maybe you do. That's the problem. You might want that. But I mean, obviously with dark chocolate, it's a bit more sophisticated. You want it to be a bit more... You still want it to be present. You don't want it to be all about the orange. I mean, there's a lot of these bits in as well. So you'll just provide a little slight taste of orange. I feel that's probably sensible. So you're not going to get the same as a Terry's chocolate orange or dark chocolate orange here. It's not that stronger flavour at all. It's nothing like that. It's not even a quarter of that flavour, I don't think. It's just a really subtle undertone of orange. So you might be disappointed with that. I think it works okay. I think it works well. I think it's on the cusp of being just too subtle really. I think I think it's okay, but it might be just too subtle for something. You might just think, what on earth, I can't even taste the orange. You can't taste the texture of the bits in there. You can't taste, you know, it really is that sort of, you know, there's nothing, there's hardly anything really other than looking at it to show that it's got anything in it. And when you taste it, you probably, if you didn't know it was a chocolate orange one, you might even I don't know. I'm not sure now. Now I've had a few pieces. I can't really. I don't know. On the front of the packet, you can't even really tell it's got pieces in. I mean, now you know, but you wouldn't really see them otherwise. Just think it's orange flavoured. Yeah, but there are pieces there, but you just don't really notice them. Well, I didn't. Yeah. So I don't know. It might be just too subtle. I'm struggling now to even taste it really because I've had a few of them. Yeah. It's not quite as strong a dark chocolate as normal. Maybe that's the difference as well. As in, maybe it's diluted the dark chocolate taste slightly, so it's not quite as strong and rich. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, as in that's the. So there is a taste of the orange there. It's just quite subtle, and the only way you can taste it really is by the fact that there's the dark chocolate's a bit more subdued. Yeah, it's definitely a freshness running through it. It's just very subtle really, and that's possibly a good and possibly a bad thing. It depends on your viewpoint, I think, really. So it's quite a subjective one. For me, I think it works well. I think it's not. You're not getting a Terry's dark chocolate orange here. It's really subtle orange flavour, and I think for most people who buy Bournville and want dark chocolate, that's probably what they want really. And I think it works. I think that's good. But as I say, you might be disappointed. You might be someone who doesn't normally like dark chocolate, and you think, oh, I might like this one because it's got orange flavouring in it or flavoured pieces, and you probably still think, oh, that's just dark chocolate. But it's not the driest, richest dark chocolate Bournville anyway. I'm saying there's a subtle smell of orange there. It's not massive there either. But it's there. But it's very subtle again. So the whole thing is just a subtle chocolate. So it's a subtle orange taste in the chocolate, and I think it works. Yeah. I think for me, I like dark chocolate. I don't love it. It's not my favourite chocolate ever, but I do like this. I like dark chocolate. You know, every now and again as a nice rich alternative, and every now and again it does taste nice, especially with a hot drink. I think for me, I'm going to say it's probably a high 4.5, maybe 4.5, maybe 4. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably decide when I do my editing, but I have a 4 and a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, so I'm impressed with this. I like it. It's nice, subtle orange flavour. Still remains quite sophisticated, and it looks good. I like the 80s design on it. The sort of weird, I think that looks really nice. Clearly, yeah, like wood veneer or something. But it's I do quite like it. I think it's good. I'm gonna say 4.5 out of 5. I'm quite sure that's what I'd give it. So I'm gonna do that. I like the presentation. I like the way it's subtle. I like the way it's not trying to throw orange flavouring in your face. I think it just works really well, and I think it looks nice. It has a nice subtle smell. It just achieves what it sets out to achieve without lowering itself. I think that's a good way of putting it. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Okay guys, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me to subscribe to my videos. Leave a comment off here as well. It's always great to hear from you, as I say. Hopefully you've got nice things to say. Not so great if you don't, but but always leave a comment if you can, and like my videos of course, and subscribe if you're not already. And check out my other videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care everyone, see you later. Bye for now. See you.